everybody? Welcome to another episode of Rob's World of Boxing. Let's get it. I ain't gonna fire up the blunt like I usually do. For the intro, got my daughter here sleeping on the couch. What kind of guy you think I am? But yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, I want to get into, I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm just gonna talk about, the fights that did happen and the fights that's gonna happen, in this video. And go from there, man. All that fight preview and recap, and man, I don't feel like y'all was showing me the love necessary, man. I ain't gonna lie, I tell you, videos getting 20 views, recaps and preview, man. Y'all, this shit crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna try something a little different, man. Let's see how it works. Yeah, all right. It's been a while, so where I leave off at, I left off, I think, on the Shakur Stevenson preview. Even though I ain't doing that no more. But let's hop into where I left off at, man. All right, on that card, I think, the first fight I had seen on that card was Floyd Diaz versus Juan Hernandez. Floyd Diaz, it was a rough outing for Floyd Diaz, rougher than expected. He almost got dropped in the fifth round, Floyd Diaz being, but he ended up winning the fight 58-55 on two judges' scorecards and 59-54 on another judge scorecard, giving him a unanimous decision win. For Floyd Diaz. Also on that card, it was Jahai Tucker versus Jose Luis Sanchez, basically a guy to get Jahai's feet wet. Jahai, he made easy work of him. He scored a unanimous decision win against Jose Luis Sanchez, and got him out of there, man. Jahai was showing good patience, man, and he used his boxing and counter punching skills effectively in that fight, and came out with the win. Good job, Jahai Tucker. All right, the next fight I seen on that card, it was an 8-round contest of featherweight. Featherweight is 126 pounds, if you didn't know. It was between Bruce Carrington and Jose Arju. Bruce Carrington was 4-0 with 3 KOs. Jose Arju was 9-4 with 3 KOs as well. Bruce Carrington made easy work of Jose Arju and getting him out of there. He was beating the hell out of Arju. Yeah. Ain't really too much to say. Unanimous decision win for Bruce Carrington, man. I really like Bruce. He's from Brownsville, Brooklyn, man, and he's nasty. He got a chip on his shoulder in there, man, and he trying to get him out. He ain't trying to go the distance or nothing. He trying to get their ass out of there. Yeah. All right. Next fight on the Shakur Stevenson, Robertson Kaseko undercard was Henry LeBron versus Andy Vincent. Henry LeBron was 16-0, 10 KOs. Andy Vincent was 23-3 with 1 draw, 12 KOs. It was a cool little fight, but Henry LeBron, showed that, he was superior over Andy Vincent and scored a unanimous decision win versus Vincent. One judge having a 78-74, other judge having a 79-73, other judge having an 80-72 for your winner. Henry LeBron, off your winner, Henry LeBron. All right, the next fight on that undercard was Keyshawn Davis. It was a 8-round contest of lightweight. Lightweight is 135 pounds. If you didn't know, it was between Keyshawn Davis and Omar Tinder, like a Tinder, I guess, like a little bad chick or like a chicken tender. But Tinder, yeah. All right, Keyshawn Davis was 5-0, 4 KOs. Omar Tinder was 25-5, 18 KOs. All right, Tinder came in. He got his ass beat, man. No lie. Keyshawn dropped Tinder with a straight right hand in the 5th round, then finished him off with a flurry of punches. Man, and got him out of there. Keyshawn Davis is fucking truth, man. He's the future at lightweight, future at 140, future at wherever weight he's going, man. He's a fucking problem, man. Actually, after this fight, I heard him and well, I didn't hear it. I seen it, and heard him talking about him and Tank. No, him and Dev. My fault, Tank. It was him and Dev. Because after the fight, I guess he was saying he felt like Dev, you know, didn't give him no credit, man. He ain't had no positive words to say after the fight, all negative shit. Fucking I guess after I'm gonna give away the main event here. After Shakur Stevenson fight, Keyshawn Davis was behind Shakur Stevenson when they asked Shakur Stevenson, like, you know, what's next? And Shakur replied, you know, I'm going up to 135, so I want, you know, all the big dogs at 135, Devin Haney included. You know, they've been partners for a while, so that kind of caught a lot of people off guard, but it didn't catch me off guard because Shakur, he's been wanting to be the best in the sport. So anybody who knows Shakur know that. But yo, yeah, I bet it didn't catch Dev off guard either. But he was mad that was mad that Keyshawn Davis was behind Shakur Stevenson when he said it, and I guess he feel like he was too happy when he said it or something. Cheer it up. He called him a little cheerleader, and you know what I'm saying, he ain't ready. Talking about why he's so happy that Shakur want to fight him, and we the same age, same weight. Why don't you want to fight him? And you know, Keyshawn talking about I'm 5-0, you the champ. Why you tripping on me and all that? They was back and forth, man. But yeah, man. Nonetheless, man, it was a good showing from Keyshawn Davis, man, and he is the future at future in boxing, man. That's why all these champions, you know what I'm saying, even acknowledging them. You know, but yeah, man, it was a good showing for Keyshawn Davis, man. Good job, Keyshawn. All right, let's get to the main event, man. That night, the main event, it was Shakur Stevenson, my favorite fucking fighter, versus Robertson. It was for the WBC WBO title at 130 pounds. 130 is junior lightweight. If you didn't know, shit, I almost forgot. All right, Shakur Stevenson was 18-0 with 9 KOs. Robertson was 17-1 with 8 KOs. Actually, Shakur Stevenson missed weight in this fight by a pound. I think he was 31.5 pounds, and the weight limit is 130. So he lost his belts on the scale, so he couldn't retain his belts, at all in this fight. It was Robertson titles to lose or to win. You get it. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna go round by round. I got it round by round, man, but it really wasn't no round by round type of fight. Shakur Stevenson won every round in my opinion, making easy work of Robertson in my opinion, man, you could probably give I ain't gonna probably 2 or 3 rounds to Kaseki. Even though Shakur was on his front foot the whole time in this fight, getting hit more than I would like and more than normal for Shakur. It was kind of, I ain't gonna lie, it was the most sloppiest fight I seen Shakur in, period. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, he was on his front foot. He was going for the knockout, and you could tell he was going for the knockout from round 1, man. I feel like if he would have used his boxing skills and broke him down, it would have been easy work, man. Easy work. But he was going for the knockout, and it showed, so Robert Kaseki was bracing himself for the hard punches. And, yeah, man, he went the distance. But, yeah, it was a beating the whole time, man. One judge having it 117-109. Two judges having it 117-109 for Shakur. And the last judge having it 118-108 for your winner by unanimous decision, Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, man. And as I stated, after the fight, he said he's going to move up to 135 pounds. His body's just getting too big for 130. And, it's time. Like I said, he called out Dev after the fight, man. He called out all the big dogs at 135 pounds after the fight. So, and I expect big things from him at 135. Just same as he did at 126, same as he did at 130, man. All big shit from Shakur Stevenson. From the beginning of his career to the end. All right. Next fight I want to talk about happened last week. Was Joyce versus Joseph Parker, and Amanda Serrano versus Sarah McFall. Joyce was 15-0, 14 KOs. Joseph Parker was 30-3 with 21 KOs. All right. It was a good back and forth contest, from in the beginning until both guys got tired, man. But Joseph Parker got a little more tired, and he paid the price, man. He got Joyce got Joseph Parker out of there in the 11th round, man, with a KO, man. He hit him when he was pulling back, bow, and that's all it took, man. He was out of there. I feel like this was a good fight, man. It was a good test for Joyce, even though he didn't fight. He beat up Daniel Dubois, and now he beat up Joseph Parker. I feel like, man, they sleeping on Joyce. And every time I see him, I be like, damn, I ain't know he was 37. He's an Olympian. He's undefeated, but he's getting up there in age, man. And it's time for him to, see what he's really made of, man. Fight a Deontay Wilder, when he's available. Fight the top guys at heavyweight, man. See if you can get in there with Joshua. That'd be a nice one. Him and Joshua. That'd be big in the UK too. Him and Joshua. And yeah, man. Fucking even a Usyk. Do a Usyk. And I don't think he has a fight right now. And Tyson Fury, if you can get in there with Tyson. But man, as I stated, man, he need to get in there with the who's of heavyweights, because he's a who's and he's the guy. But yeah, I like Joyce a lot. No homo. All right. Amanda Serrano versus Sarah McFall. Amanda Serrano was 43-2 with 1 draw, 30 KOs. Sarah McFall was 11-0 with 3 KOs. Amanda Serrano scored a unanimous decision win versus Sarah McFall. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't get to see that fight, but yeah, I know she scored a unanimous decision win. And I feel like, she's one of the best women fighters, man. So I want to see her in there with the other, best women fighters. Sarah McFall, she was one of those. I ain't gonna lie, she was a champ. So just keep winning, Amanda Serrano. Keep up the winning ways. All right, let's get into these fights that's coming up. Saturday, October 8th. We have a few different. Let me see. We got a couple different fight cards. First fight card I'm gonna talk about is as I stated, October 8th. It's in Carson, California. It's PBC, Al Heyman, all those guys. It's gonna be on Showtime at 10 p.m. Eastern time. It's the main event is gonna be at junior middleweight 154 pounds. No, it's a 12-round contest between Sebastian Fundora and Carlos Ocampo. Sebastian Fundora is 19-0, 1 draw, 13 KOs, 24 years of age. He's a southpaw. He stands at 6'5.5" with an 80-inch reach. He's from West Palm Beach, Florida, but he's living in Coachella, California. His last fight was a 9th-round corner stoppage win versus Erickson Lubin. And yeah, man, I seen that fight. He was beating the hell out of Erickson Lubin. It was a surprise to many, but it was a surprise. Well, it kind of was. I ain't gonna lie. Sebastian Fundora, I feel like he was a kind of gimmicky fighter, just from his height alone. And but nah, ain't no gimmicks to him, man. He's the truth, man. He got, people was mad at him because he don't use his reach enough, they feel. But he's an inside fighter at 6'5.5". But man, he got some vicious fucking uppercuts, and it's working for him. So if it's working for him, shit, keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. Yeah, I like Sebastian Fundora a lot, and this is basically like a homecoming fight, so he can not a homecoming because he's from West Palm Beach, Florida, and he's living in Coachella, but Coachella and Carson ain't too far apart, so it's like a showcase fight for him. And his sister on the undercard. His opponent, though, is Carlos Ocampo. Carlos Ocampo is 34-1, 22 KOs, 26 years of age, Orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'10.5" with a 73-inch reach. From Mexico. His only loss coming from Eubank Jr., but it was a first-round KO loss. So yeah, that's kind of rough. And it was in 2010 or 2018. Sorry about that. But Yeah, man, I feel like this is a like I said, a showcase fight for Sebastian Fundora. I feel like Sebastian Fundora, well, he only lost one time. Errol Spence, but Sebastian Fundora is a dog in there, man. I ain't gonna lie. But I haven't seen much of Carlos Ocampo, so but I'm gonna just give Sebastian the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he gonna get Carlos Ocampo out of there in the fifth round. Fifth round stoppage for for Sebastian Fundora. All right, as I stated, his sister's on the undercard fighting an eight round contest at flyweight. Gabriela Fundora. Gabriela Fundora is 8-0 at 4 KO. She's 20 years of age. She's a southpaw. She stands at 5'9". She's from West Palm Beach, Florida. Living in Coachella as her brother. Don't do that, Mimi. And they haven't announced her opponent yet, but I haven't seen Gabriela Fundora fight yet, actually. So I'm excited to see her in there and see how she, how she moves, man. She 8-0, so we know she nice. Let's see if she is nice as her brother, and could keep putting on for the Fundora name. Yep. All right, let's get into the undercard. Well, that was part of the undercard. Let's get more to the undercard. Next fight I want to talk about is a 12-round contest of junior bantamweight. It's a rematch. It's between Fernando Martinez and Juan Inakis. It's for the IBF title. Martinez's IBF title is on the line. It's actually Juan Inakis. He had it first, and they last fight Martinez took it. All right, let's get into the competitors. Fernando Martinez is 14-0 with 8 KOs, 31 years of age. He's an orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'2" with a 64-inch reach from Argentina. As I stated, his last fight was between German Akins when he beat him and took his belt. All right, let's get into his opponent, German Akins. He's 33-2 with 2 draws, 22 KOs, 30 years of age. He's a southpaw. He stands at 5'6". With a 66.5-inch reach from the Philippines. His last fight was versus Martinez, as I just stated, when he lost his belt. I feel like the first fight was a pretty good fight. I seen that fight, and I feel like Martinez just had a little bit more than Ankis, and I don't see this fight being any different. Martinez, he just really don't know. I think this Martinez, he's for Fernando Martinez, he's promoted by Marcos Maidana, if I'm not mistaken. And I just think he has heart out there, and he don't know lose yet. So I feel like he's gonna get the win again against German Ankis and retain that belt, man, and put on for him and Marcos Maidana. All right. The next fight I want to talk about that's gonna happen on Saturday, is between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. All right, it's in London. It's gonna be on DAZN. DAZN is Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, all those guys. It's gonna be coming on at 2 p.m. Eastern time. 2 p.m. Eastern time. All right, it's at junior middleweight. Junior middleweight is 154 pounds. Actually, it's not a junior middleweight. I just learned it's gonna be at a catch weight, 157 pounds. It's a 12-round contest, though. And it's going to be a catch weight 157 pounds because Conor Benn is a 147-pounder and Chris Eubank Jr. is a 160-pounder. So they're going to meet somewhere, well, shit, that ain't in the middle. I think Chris Benn, is he 160? I think he is 100. That ain't nowhere in the middle. So Chris Eubank Jr. should be happy, man, because I hear he's making a big fuss about, well, not him. His father's making a big fuss about, him going down in weight and possibly sustaining brain damage in the fight, from going down in weight, and I don't know how to, I'm not a doctor, I don't know how that works, but they said something about taking fluid off your brain if you go down in weight after a certain age, and I don't know. But his dad was making a big fuss about it, Chris Eubank Sr. All right, let's get into the fight, though. Chris Eubank Jr. is 32-2, 23 KOs, 33 years of age. He's an orthodox style fighter, stands at 5'11" with a 72.5-inch reach from the UK. He's the son of Chris Eubank Sr. All right, Conor Benn. Conor Benn is 21-0, 14 KOs, 26 years of age. Stop, Mimi. Orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'8". He's from the UK. He's the son of Nigel Benn. And Yeah, man, both of their fathers are Hall of Fame boxers, man. Both of their fathers fought a couple times in their careers. The first fight they fought was in 1990 when Chris Eubank Jr. TKO'd Nigel Benn. The second fight was in 1993. They fought to a split decision draw. They were rivals. They basically their whole career. Both fighters at the top of their game over there in the UK. So, you know, that's to be expected. But I feel like, as I stated, I feel like I don't even know why this fight is taking place because Chris Eubank Jr. He's a middleweight. He should be fighting other middleweights, you know. And Conor Benn is a welterweight. So he didn't skip the 154-pound winter. He didn't went up 2 weight classes to fight. It don't make no sense. But I understand, I guess, given the history of their father's rivalry. And, you know, it's going to make big money over there in the UK. I guess I understand. But, yeah. I feel like I don't even know how to, you know, predict this fight. A middleweight going against a welterweight. I mean, an elite welterweight. He's a good welterweight. But, Chris Eubank is a middleweight, man. But I feel like Chris Eubank Jr., man, he should get that win against a welterweight, man. But, as I stated, Conor Benn is a good welterweight. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We will see when the fight happens. It should be interesting. I know if Chris Eubank Jr. let a welterweight knock him out, because that's what Conor Benn is going to be trying to do, knock him out, because that's all he knows is, you know, go for the knockout. He ought to be ashamed of himself. And I know I haven't seen Conor Benn box, so I don't see Conor Benn outboxing Chris Eubank Jr. So I see Chris Eubank Jr. getting a win, man. But nonetheless, it's gonna be a good showing, man. They, you know, continuing their dad rivalry, and putting on for their last name, both guys. So I'm excited to see that, man. But yeah, man, we got a lot of boxing action coming up too in October, man. Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. We got Devin Haney versus Kambosos Jr. I forgot to say George Kambosos Jr. The same night. Mimi, get from behind there. We got a lot of boxing. Deontay Wilder coming up against Robert Hernandez. We got a lot of boxing, man. They were saying the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight was supposed to transpire, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen, man. That's why I don't make any fight announcements until it's written in stone. Wait, I done seen a lot of other YouTubers making announcements. I'm gonna say name. Blue Bud Sport. What's his name? I forget. But I ain't gonna lie, he be doing this shit. But Blue, you been wrong, bro. You didn't announce the Terrence Crawford fight about 88 times. I'm looking at your channel saying what's going on. Terrence, they happening. They not happening. Well, why are you announcing they happen if they not happening? Talking about you seen Terrence Crawford at the 7-Eleven. It don't matter where you seen, bro. Don't talk about the fight. Well, talk about whatever you want to talk about. I ain't gonna tell you because you the man in this shit. I'm trying to be like you. But I'm not gonna talk about them until they written in stone. I ain't trying to lie to y'all people. I ain't no lie. I ain't gonna start now. For no motherfucking views. But yeah, man. Hopefully the fight happen, man. If it do happen, I feel like it's gonna be a good one. But Mimi, stop. What is he doing? Come here, come down. You wanna say hi? Say hi to the people. Say hi. Yeah. Okay. Get daddy kiss. Yeah. Nonetheless, people, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Rob's World of Boxing. Yeah. Say yeah, Mimi. Yeah. 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 All right.